Hey, what's up, folks? Brock here. I just took a walk in this beautiful, beautiful Southern California morning, keeping social distancing, but also keeping the spirits alive, getting some exercise in. I encourage you to do the same. And I just want to remind you during these times, this is a good time to focus on the Lord. Remember, even if this life doesn't end up working out here, we have a promise of eternal life if you have faith in Christ Jesus. So just wanted to keep it positive, bring back This Week in Customs, encourage those of you that are fans of the show with some programming that you enjoy. So let's get to it. All right, it's been a few weeks since the last one, so hopefully I still remember how to do this. Let's start by congratulating last week's winner, and by last week I meant several weeks ago. We have One Oak Customs with his Web Slinger custom. This is a cowboy version of Peter Parker, and yeah, pretty cool custom, bro. The fans liked it and voted you the winner. Let's get going with this week's action with Johnny Walker with his G.I. Joe. I'm forgetting this guy's, what's this guy's? Flint. There you go. With Hasbro's release, I think this guy's going to go perfect. I'm sure they're going to make a Flint. I wish they would have gone with the classic version. He's got a classic looking Flint right here. Great job, Johnny Walker, as always. Okay, I saw this, the work in progress a few weeks ago, and this thing is just amazing. What an amazing job of sculpting that action right there. We've seen other customizers give their shot at this Immortal Hulk, and man, you killed it, just killed it. And I get excited by looking at this custom. I think it's one of the best ones that I've seen of these Immortal Hulk ones, and I think just that effect, you got that effect so perfect, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure people are going to try to emulate that. I mean, I wish I could do something like that. I don't think I'm up to the task yet. I got to get some more skills in my tool belt. All right, Hottest Fuss Customs. This is a really cool looking man bat. Outstanding, outstanding. And we're going to have another man bat later in the episode. And it's what I love, the creativity of the folks that are tagging This Week in Customs on their custom. Thank you for supporting the show. The show wouldn't be possible without your customs. And man, this is a good looking man bat. Hottest Fuss Customs. He's a contributor. He's on a weekly basis. He's putting out great stuff. Captain Snick. You guys know that Captain America is my favorite character. I really like the look here. He's got the pants going with the, of course, the chainmail right there, and that helmeted head. I can't really place it from what figure it came from. Obviously a Marvel Legend somewhere. And yeah, that's a good look for Captain America. Kudos. Lunaden's custom with their Mecha Hulk 2.0. They did a Mecha Hulk, I think it may have been probably in the first episode of This Week in Customs of season 1. And they've done a version 2 here, and yeah, I recognize some of these parts are really, really just good thinking. I'm forgetting the name of that character that the shoulder pieces and the hands came from. I think it's not an evolved figure, but yeah, man, this Hulk just looks great. The paint is on point, and I like your kit bash. This is a juggernaut of a figure. Mike, you did great work, and I don't want to get in trouble with my wife in the event that she happens to see this episode. But yeah, great job on the sculpting, great job on the painting. And somebody in the comments mentioned that, there you go, Jinfig says that this was an officially licensed statue. And that's just really, really outstanding work. The painting is off the hook. Speaking of paints and sculpting being off the hook, DF Action Figures, so glad that you're back at it. This is, who is this? Astra? Don't know the character, but I can definitely appreciate the work that you are putting into this custom, and it looks fantastic as always. All right, here we go. Bride Weevil changed his name to Flashpoint Customs. Makes it easier for me to say now. I don't have to make up the sounding of his name. Brian did a great job on this man bat, and this is what I like to see. Different artists tackling the same character, completely different from each other. I think this was a great use of parts, and I wanted to show you the parts that he shared with us. He's using a Beast figure. And then you can see the parts that he's using there, and the sculpting did a great job on that head, man, unrecognizable. And I think the mixture of these parts, the wings from, of course, Sauron there, I thought I forgot him, and it just really works well with this figure. It's a thicker version than the previous one that we saw, and they do both look great. I would love to have both of those things on my shelf. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, speaking of wanting things on your shelf, Custom by Matchu, oh boy, this is an excellent job. I've been following this custom since he started making it. I think he did it for an exchange with another customizer that I wasn't familiar with. There it is, Omar Alai Customs. I think it's part of, is it through the Fwoosh? I don't know how he did, where he did the exchange from, but really cool work. Customs by Matchu does have a website. Go check it out. And he takes you through a step-by-step process. I've learned a lot from this customizer. I highly recommend that you go and check him out. Tin Rocket Customs, really cool looking. I think it looks like it's a Hulk, right? It's the MCU Hulk under there. And if it is, I think it is, dude. This custom needs to get way more attention than just 41 people taking a look at it. Hopefully, people will watch this episode and will see what you've done here, because, man, that is a lot of work that you've put into this figure, and it came out looking fantastic. Good work. All right, last stop toy shop with a cool effect. I just want to show you. There's been many effects for Jubilee. I really like this one. Great job on that. All right, I'm definitely out of practice, and if my voice gets hoarse, it's because this is going to be a really long episode. As you know, I've been out of it for a while, and just Customs been piling up. This Week in Customs has become a pretty popular hashtag, so if you hear me drinking water, please excuse me, but at least you've been able to take a look at this great looking steel from Shinigami Customs. Here we go with water. This is a one edit shot right here, and it's looking like I want to make one for myself. That's great. Flashpoint Customs made one himself using the same figure, and man, it is money in the bank. I think McFarlane would probably make one in the future. He's got the parts right there, and maybe that's what he was thinking, and you guys jumped on it, and man, that looks so stinking good. Love the shade of gray and steel that you get it, steel, that you've picked on this custom. That's why I'm spending a lot of time on it. I like the way it looks, man. Great job. And obviously you had this, what version of Superman is this? Flashpoint Superman? I don't know. No, Last Son of Krypton Superman, the Eradicator. I don't know who he is, but let's take a look at what you got going. Using what McFarlane's releasing, making it look better than the original Superman under there. So great job, man. All right, Southtown Paint Apps did this Daredevil. I like the variant heads he's got going on here. And I think he may have done those wrist guards himself, or did that come from the, I don't know, maybe you guys recognize I know that's the Super Tom Customs head. Because I have one that I'm working on too, but it's going to be a while before I get to it. So good job on that Daredevil. Let me get going on here. I got to move through this before you guys start getting bored at my talking. But New Future Customs with his version of Thanos. I like the colors that you've chosen there. He's using, it looks like parts of the Caliban body and Apocalypse Bath right there. Looks good, man. All right, motoring on. I think this is going to be the Superman that I was thinking about. Kingdom Come Superman. And dude, whatever you did to that figure, obviously soft goods, you've done the chest emblem that's different and you repainted it. It just looks better than what McFarlane originally released. Now, I'm not clowning McFarlane. He's giving us the base stuff to use, so great. Good for you. All right, man. I love this paint job. Just outstanding. Now, if you look at it too close, the effect goes away, but you can see the different greens and what he's done with the whites there. to create that glow effect. And obviously, the closer you look at you're never gonna look at the figure this close. But when you get it back to normal, look at the effect that it gives that figure. And this is the what's the one that Sharpness Prime always clowned on, that they give him a new one. I forget what it is. I can't remember. But this paint job right there is what it should have looked like. And Mike, I think you did a great job on that paint job and that effect to get it to work. Tommy S. Hobby, he's got a Solomon Grundy right here using that Gray Hulk soft goods that I think work great for that figure. Thanks for sharing. Doodog did a cape tutorial, so if you want to make your own Spawn cape, head on over to his channel. He just put out the video, I think, a couple days ago. And like he said, you can make this Spawn for under 10 bucks. And it looks pretty good with that larger cape. Knights Studios, this is his version of Red Hood. I think we're gonna have a couple Red Hoods on this episode. He's such a popular character. And then even with his other costume, and I like that dial that you got behind him with all the weapons. It looked great. Action Broly right here. Now this is really cool. I know this is like a Mezco toy or whatever. He's doing an Anarchy version. That's why he's flipping off the camera. Hopefully my wife's not watching. I tend to do that with the figures that I have around here too. I'm a child at heart, what can I say? But that looks great. The soft looks look amazing. I think they're from a 3A toy or accessory pack. I read in the comments, so take a look at that if you're interested in doing that to your cockroach. All right, Nikki Nicole. Now, those of you that are not familiar with the Mythic Legions line, they're like a premium style figure, and Nikki Nicole is one of the customizers, the main customizer that I featured that customizes these figures. I don't own any of these, but what I want to show you, take a look at the colors there. Let's look at the next slide here so you can see where she's going from. All right, so she starts and that's where she finishes. So there's a lot of good painting doing it. She is, the more she does these, the better she gets, and she's an outstanding painter. And I really like the work that she does on the Mythic Legion. So you can see her building up the base right there is a darker blue. And just pointing out right there, look at the mouth. And then we're gonna see how it finishes from the teeth to the different colors of the reds inside the mouth to give it a flesh tone, or more realistic tone is what I should have said. And then she uses a gloss to give it that wet look. And let me go to the beginning so you can see what I'm saying. If I had a side-by-side picture, it would be better. But look at the teeth. See what I'm talking about? And the different colorations inside the mouth. That just comes by layering and being patient, letting the paints dry in between your work. See right there, she doesn't have the gloss on yet, whereas when you compare it to that shot right there, you can see how that gloss affects. Now, for those of you that are near customizers, know that there's different finishes. Finishes are a clear coat that is either gonna give you a matte finish, a semi-gloss, or a high gloss like what she has in that mouth, and they're used for different parts. For example, the horn, she used a gloss or maybe a semi-gloss, and then the skin may be done in a matte or a semi-gloss. It looks like she did it and finished it in a matte, and it just gives the custom more depth. And you can tell, you know, the difference between leather and metal and flesh and noses and ears and hair. They all have different textures or finishes that make the custom just stand out. All right, moving on to Lewin Aiden's customs right here. This is a hybrid of Hulk and Bane. Pretty interesting. I don't know where you thought about that. Maybe there's some sort of reference art that I don't know about, that somebody did it, but that's a cool concept and I dig that. All right, Toy Wally right here. Man, that Jay Garrick looks so good. He was saying that he wanted to make him look a little bit thinner, but dude, I think that works, man. I think that's a great looking piece. Again, you know I'm not a huge Mezco fanatic, but I do appreciate some of these Mezco customs. Marvel Legends ladies with this Abigail brand nails the character look. I like the paint on her. There you go. There's the reference art that you can compare it to, and you got it. All right, here we go. Scott has this newly released Ghost Rider bike, and he's added some lights. I think pixie lights. I think that's what they're called. And you can see, well, maybe you didn't see it. You see that wire coming from the ball right there. That's where he put the lights inside and then threaded it through and then made it go to the back pieces. And I think it looks great. I think it looks dope, dude. And I want to do that to my bike when I get a chance. All right, Hunter Knight Customs right here did a Dr. Doom. You should go check out his page. This is gonna go. I think it may be Instagram TV. He may have. Oh no, he actually talks about it right here. Go take a look at this if you want to do this to your Doom. I've seen other customizers like Weapon X Customs, paint this Doom white, and I'm sure at some point Hasbro is going to release a version. But if you want one now, go take a look at what he did, and you may want to, shorten up the skirt like he did. But if you want one now, go for it and do it. Oh shoot, I was recording my phone and the call came in, but look at this player right here. This Week in Customs has gotten so popular that people are just tagging themselves in. Oh, dude. Okay. I couldn't help myself. All right, moving on. We have Brimstone Ghost Customs right now with this really, really cool looking Old Man Logan. I'm not sure if he's using the Mezco Wolverine that was released and he's added parts to it. I really can't tell, but I know he's worked on this horse, and that Wolverine looks like, or Logan, I should say, looks like it's been customized. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what. It just looks like a custom to me. It doesn't look like a Mezco product. Just for example, how it's treated. Look at the shirt. Look at the details on the coat. Mezco doesn't do that to their products. It's just it comes out of the factory as is. And Brimstone Ghost does a great job. I like how the horse fits perfectly with Logan there. He's got a little baby Hulk. And yeah, great. This is from the Old Man Logan comics. Highly recommend them if you haven't read them. James Rosebarrow right here. He's been doing a lot of repaint, and he's really getting good at these repaints and adding the body hair. The body hair, I don't think that Hulk came with body hair, and that came out great. That's a good head to put on him. I can't remember from what figure it is. It's an older MCU, or it's not even part of the MCU, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you can see the different heads he's used. He's repurposed some of these heads for his Hulk, and it looks great. Good job, James. Moving on to Left Hook Customs. I don't know who this character is. It looks cool. Speed Racer. Is that from the Speed like MTV Speed Racer? I don't know. It looks cool. Interesting use of that figure. That figure's gotten a lot of use for other than Hulkbuster, so I'm glad to see you using it. All right, we have Loki here with his, of course, I'm forgetting the name of Kang the Conqueror, of course. That is an old Kang the Conqueror, but I think he made the chair. I'm trying to see if he used parts or if he just did it all himself. When it comes to the diorama stuff, This Week in Dioramas by Tech Chucker. Go check him out if you're interested in dioramas. But accessories and chairs like that, I do like to see in both of our programs because it fits really well with the customs. All right, Figure Finesser. We're going to have a couple of these Afro Samurais that he did. I think he did a great job. I don't know where you got the clothing from. Is that like a Bruce Lee or... I don't know. Or did you do the clothes yourself? I don't know much about it because he obviously, you can see there's no commentary on what he did, but it's a cool looking figure. And here's another one. This is a Mezco custom, and I think that may have been from a Logan figure, right? I do remember that, and obviously you got an Afro baby back there from the Hulk baby. Nice. Dig it. All right, Babs. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna be able. Sand custom. Bab Sand. Too difficult, bro. Alphabet. The Alphabet right here with a Spiral custom. and it looks good. And I think I may be featuring a couple other customs from him, or at least maybe I saw it. All right, Hot Cheeto Fingers with his baby Yoda. I think he bought it and then he painted it. I think I've seen that, but I mean, who doesn't like seeing a baby Yoda? Want to include it. Go Nerd Customs right here with his wizard. I think this may have sold already, but cool looking figure, and I can see some of the parts. I see what he's done with sculpting. Looks good. All right, Dead Hood Customs. Let's pick this up. My energy is a little down. I gotta pick it up. Pick up the hype. Yeah, we got a lot of customs. It's probably going to be one of the longest episodes I've ever done, but it's been a few weeks, so why not? I like this. I love Red Hood. I think this uniform's okay. I prefer the older uniform, but I think he absolutely nailed the look from the comic, and it looks great. Great job on that mouthpiece. The emo, let's let him tell you about what he's done here.
Paint for my Wolverines exclusive thing, and basically I just gave it a little more.
Give my voice a rest. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, okay, unlike the one that they gave us in
Right.
the Super Scroll wave,
Right.
that one was trash.
Trash?
The freaking highlight that they gave it.
Okay, all right.
On the chest.
All right,
and,
all right.
Yeah, the back
All right.
and like freaking feet. I was like, you kidding
All right.
me? But me, however,
Nice job,
I
dude.
went all out and beyond.
Yeah, it looks good.
Just gotta wait for this shit to drop.
Oh my gosh. Oh, come on, language. Come on, son. Come on. It was going so good. All right. Ribolito right here with his, what's this guy's name? Kid Omega. That's right. Kid Omega. I think he was selling these. Maybe I'm confused. I thought he was selling these. Oh, yeah, he was. See, there was 3. I don't know if he's got any more. If you're interested in a Kid Omega, hit him up. I don't know if he still has it because that was from a bit ago. Marvel Legends, ladies, great job of painting that face. Look at how beautiful the eyes came out. Great details, and that's, very difficult to do at such a small scale. Great job. All right, I want to show you this. Check out this gimmick. I think this is, he did a custom Ghost Rider, but that gimmick came from a figure. I don't know what figure that is. If you know what it is, put it down in the comments because that's pretty dope. All right. Wow. Check out that Bantha. And Sandcrawler Custom said that Bud Futu, he created that from scratch. That's pretty amazing. That's awesome looking. Hasbro should put those out because I'd want one. Who wouldn't want one if they're a Star Wars fan? All right, Super Yeti Customs. Let me see. Oh yeah, so Eddie Barrow's art. He got this line. Is this? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, the Joker toxin, right? I'm trying to remember which storyline that was. I remember reading it, but I think you nailed the character and it looked good. Nalaya Christine with Miss Sinister. Yep, that's what it looked like before, and that's what it looks like afterwards. That's a pretty tremendous transformation. Great job on that figure. Dang It Productions with their version of Spot. It looks great. I love the Spot figure. Glenn Webb was the first one I saw do one, and I was inspired. I made my own Spot figure like a couple years back, I think. It's vintage with a Dick Grayson figure. I'm not sure from what storyline that is, but I have seen other customizers take a look at or take a gander at that custom right there, and I like how that one came out. Customs of Champion doing an Archangel, and I think he bent those wings. I think those are the original wings that he may have heated up and bent to get that look. So that's pretty cool. RDJ Customs with, oh man, I like that. Really like that accessory for him. And that's from the Titus figure, and it looks like he's got a Mandroid part on there too, just giving Apocalypse different weapons, which is great. Boys Toys with the Silver Hawk. I dig it. Great job. If you go to his page, you can see him working on the sculpting, and you can see the side shot. He's got that elongated helmet that he's got on his head. Detour Customs. Really cool looking figures. There's something about the mixture of animal parts with humans. Obviously, it's from mythology, Greek mythology. Oh gosh, it's been a long time, guys, since I've done this, so I'm way out of practice, but I think it's a pretty seamless look right there, that transition from horse to human anatomy up to back to, some sort of elk. That looks good. All right, hoi hu ho. Hoi hu yo. Hoi hu yo. Day 10 of his quarantine. Why do I don't understand the hashtag toys suck? I've seen that. Can somebody explain it down in the comments? I haven't picked up what people are throwing down. So this is his version of Avalanche. Cool. Asajj Ventress, one of my favorite characters of Star Wars, period. I can't believe that Black Series hasn't come out with a 6-inch version of this figure yet. But this is, if you have, and you've heard me say this numerous times, I hope you're listening to me and you're going and watching Clone Wars, the cartoon, which is possibly one of the best Star Wars stuff that they've ever put out, including any of the movies that they've done, including the trilogy, the original trilogy. Just go and watch it. You'll do yourself a favor and you'll become a fan of Asajj Ventress. Dead Hood Customs with a Wonder Woman. Oh. All right, let me see. Oh, was this a work in progress? Oh, we'll wait until you're done then. Moving on to Chimera Concepts Customs with his version of Big Barda. And it's a Mezco version of Big Barda. Pretty interesting look to her. Here's Nam on 2077. And it's been a while since I've seen this custom come around. This is obviously from the movie. And I like the way that you did that suit. It looked good. All right, we have a Mythic Legions custom by Jay Veers Punk. Pretty cool. Mythic Legion collectors, you'll recognize what parts are from what figures. They're usually very interchangeable. JCM Comics and Customs. They've taken the thing and they've done repaint of it, or is it a repaint? Yeah, it looks like a repaint and a wash for sure. You got a lot of good things going on right there. It looks good. Cash Money Crane. There we go. Nice. Great job. Great job. And let's take a look at the art so you can see where this character is from. And do I have it on the next slide maybe? There it is. There's where he got that from, and he definitely captures the look of that character. What else do we have? Oh, and if you go through here, why not? You can see how he put it together. Oh, I recognize that. All right, moving on to Sin City Collectibles. Their version of Red Hood Mezco style looks great. It looks like he's using some sort of Batman, right? But that looks awesome. It really does. Custom of Champion, let's put you on here again. He did his Maestro. And I was expecting to see, I see an Iron Man head right there, and there's the Juggernaut helmet on his back. D. Daryl with, again, you have to watch some of these Star Wars cartoons. Savage Opress, or is it Savage Opress? I forget how they pronounce it. Looks good. You can get that head cast. It's out on eBay. Oh my gosh, I take it back. I could have sworn. Ha! Nice job, dude. That's actually a great job. I've seen a 3D printed version of that head, but I guess he didn't want to spend money on it, and I think those horns came out really, really good, dude. Nice work. All right, going back to Scott right here, taking just a horrific figure. Horrific. Just a horrific figure. Horrific. Have I said it enough? Horrific. And he's added some LED, and it actually looks pretty cool. Took that figure. What's that? I can't say it on here. I would get in trouble with my wife. But Brock Lesnar says a line that would be perfect on there. If you're a fan of Brock Lesnar, you know exactly what I was thinking. All right, Wheeljack Customs with his version of Skeletor. I think is a really good use of, what was it? Yeah, the Rock Python body because of the color, of course. And cool, good job, man. Good thinking on using that. Destruction Hunter, using an old MCU Hulk. And man, I think you even painted, did you do sculpting on the arms or did you just paint through? It looks like it's pretty smooth from those veins. I don't see the veins anymore. And he was able to get this character that his name is, oh, Cyber, there you go. Thank you for the help. And finally, we have a few customs left. We have this Deathstroke right here. I like your version of Deathstroke. Yeah, I like him. He's armored up. Good use of parts right there. Tin Rocket Customs, a repaint of Kingpin. Pretty cool. We've seen a few of those. Marvel Collectors Universe with this Capwolf figure. It does look pretty nice. Pardon me. That was a hiccup. We have a Devil Dinosaur. Let's take a look at the video. I'm just resting my voice right now. But that came out great. I bought one of these just to do exactly that. And then finally we have Draw Customs. I can't wait to see this guy painted up. This is a nice job of sculpting. He's got a lot of details on there using Procreate Putty. And we'll see what it looks like when it is finished. All right, guys, I'm going to call an audible. There were a lot of great customs. I'm not going to do a vote. I think I'm canceling the vote for the rest of the season because I just honestly, I don't know if I'm going to have much time. My life is very busy. Thankfully, my family's healthy with this whole coronavirus pandemic going around. Stay safe. Make sure you're practicing all the things that the government is asking you to do, the social distancing, etc. Take care of yourselves and your family, and look out for each other. And hopefully we'll see you here soon. I hope that just taking a look at customs, getting back to somewhat of a normalcy, even though we're going to be quarantined through April 30th, has been a help to you. Probably not great talking for me because, like I said, I'm way out of practice. But anyways, it was nice spending some time with you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Brock is out.